It's finally arrived, guys. I'm talking about the Insta360 X4. Let's go.
This one was completely my fault.
Now, when it comes to the X4, something that's really exciting, especially for bikers, is that Insta has released two versions of this product. There is the main market version aimed at everyone, anyone, and their cat. And then there is, of course, the biker edition. Insta knows their target audience. They know who's buying these products. It's us. So this is the BMW Motorrad edition. In typical BMW fashion, they took a product that was performing really well and slapped their logo all over it. Classic BMW. You know what went straight through my head when I saw this camera? Tax season is on its way. New plates are getting prepared. I can totally predict every BMW dealership being like, "Hi guys, when you purchase the brand new BMW GS edition, we'll even throw in a BMW magical camera with it. Not only will we give you 10% off your purchase price, we'll throw in some additional accessories, and they're BMW branded. Give us your soul." Ding. I'm totally seeing that happen. This is definitely going to be something that BMW uses to sweeten the deal to sell more bikes. 100%. I'm calling it now. I've worked in marketing before. I know how it rolls. I have deliberately kept myself under a rock when it came to this camera because I wanted my first impressions to be genuine first impressions. I didn't want them to be tailored by all of the marketing spiel going online. I wanted to open the camera and I wanted to see how I generally feel about it, because for me that's the most important part when buying a product, is how it makes you feel, I suppose, when you open it, and secondly, does it do the job? That's how I purchase items. I know it's not the conventional way. I know a lot of people choose to research their products. That isn't how I buy stuff. I'm an impulse purchaser. I buy stuff a whim like that. I don't spend hours researching it. I'm like, I see that, I want it, I get it, I'm done. So when it comes to unboxing videos, I try to avoid any information because I wouldn't purchase a product like that. This is what I would do in real life. There is a small subset of consumers who live their life irresponsibly like me, and this is who this is aimed at. So without further ado, let's unbox this bad boy. I've taken the cellophane off. It's not taped down. We have the box, and inside the box we have da-la-la. Dun, dun, dun. Look how shiny it is. This is a nice camera. This is, this will never be this clean. The moment I take this out of the box, I'm gonna trash it, guys. I do not look after my tech. I'm a terrible human being. I do not treat technology with respect. I don't do it. I'm just not that. I'm a monster. I deserve to be locked in the basement under the stairs. But here we are, somehow being given a platform on the internet. So the first thing that I notice about this camera, straight away, I'm gonna take it out of the box. This thing is a lot bigger than the X3. That is a very interesting move from Insta. In the world where people are making cameras smaller, more compact, teeny tinier, they've gone bigger. Now, just to compare, this is the brand new X4, and this is its little predecessor, the X2. So as we can see, it is a lot slimmer and it's a little bit shorter. And if we turn it around to the side, just to give you some more scale, look at that size difference. That is a bit of a chunk. It also feels a little bit heavier, and by little, I mean it kind of feels almost double the weight. I'm going to be completely honest. There's a noticeable weight difference. The other thing that I notice as well is that this thing is a lot more rugged. I'm going to be honest, I feel like you could probably take someone out with this. Smash their windscreens with. I mean, the footage would be great, but that would be totally illegal. Don't do that. This is a solid weapon of a camera. The other thing that you can obviously notice is I have the BMW edition, so you can see the BMW logo right here. We also have a bit more, I don't know if you can hear this, a bit more of a rugged design as well. It kind of reminds me a little bit of those field laptops you used to get back in the 90s, and they would be built like bricks, and they were built to be dropped in the field and to take a bullet or two. This is what this reminds me of, like the vintage kind of field equipment where it was designed to be used, and that's what I want. That's what I want, a camera designed to be used and abused. And the other thing we have at the side is, oh, okay, we have a lot of buttons going on the side. We have a lot of stuff going on. Naturally, we have the battery. This battery actually looks a little bit bigger. Let's do a little bit of a size comparison. This is the old X3 camera battery, and this is the new X4. We can see there is a bit more capacity there. The size is a lot bigger. The width is also thicker. So we definitely have more power. But the downside of that means is that the batteries aren't going to be cross-compatible naturally. The other concern I have is this higher capacity, is it going to increase the longevity, or has the upgrades that's come with the camera from going from 4 to 8K just requiring this more power? At the moment, I don't know. Like I said, I've kept myself under a rock. I wanted to have honest initial feedback, but we do have a bigger battery. So in terms of the button layout, it is pretty much identical to the X3 as well. We have our on buttons, our mode buttons, capture, all of that kind of jazz. Everything is the exact same layout. It's just the sizing is a little bit different. The other thing I want to point out as well is, I don't know if you guys can see, but the lenses have a little bit of a noticeable size difference too. So the new lens that comes on the new X4 is a little bit bigger compared to the X3. We also have a more longer elongated screen as well on the rear. So we're going to turn this on. Go. Of course, it wants to be set up. No, don't set up in Italian. No, stop. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys, it wants to be set up with my app. So I'm going to put this to one side, and we're going to continue to look through the box. Now, a lot of you who are sat at home, they're like, wait, hold up, backtrack. What is the difference between the Insta360 X4 and the Insta360 X4 BMW edition? Not a lot. We have the snazzy BMW branding. It says BMW when it turns on, and there is also a BMW overlay that you can use when editing the footage, which contains data like speed, GPS, a BMW logo, all that kind of jazz. I don't know at this point in time if that overlay is accessible to both editions. I do need to go away and research that. Again, this is my only initial thoughts and unbox. This is an unboxing video. Now, because this wants to be set up and updated, I'm gonna pop this to the side with my trusty assistant who's gonna watch that for me. Okay, so we're gonna continue to look through the box. We have this little black compartment. And we also have a silica gel packet, which says do not eat. Now, fun fact, you can actually safely eat silica gel packets. The reason they put don't eat is because of the risk of choking on them, not because they're toxic. Fun fact for you there, don't eat them and sue me. So we're gonna open up this little black case, and the first thing that I can see is we have a brand new case. So I had the previous case for the old Insta360, and I'm gonna be completely honest, it was garbage. It was garbage. Sorry, not sorry, Insta, but the way that the previous cases used to work was it was basically like a sock that you would drop the camera into. And one of the main problems is that I liked to use both the sock and the lens cover. So this is the old lens cover that I have for my Insta360 X3. And the problem is when you would put this on and drop it into the sock, because the sock was so skin tight, you couldn't use lens covers with the sock. But with this new case, which again is BMW branded, with the new case, because they've now added this kind of zippy pouch instead of going for a sock, it means that you could potentially use a lot more covering as well on your devices and then just kind of stuff it in there. So this is definitely an improvement. This is definitely an improvement. The old version was garbage. It was real big garbage. It was useless. Sorry, Insta. But this isn't garbage. This is great. This is great. This isn't garbage. The old one was garbage. But I really like this. This is definitely an upgrade. Now, inside this little pouch, we have a C2C cable. Now this you get brownie points on because it's C2C, it's not C to USB. So I really like this. Don't tell me about Type-C USB. Those are dead to me. C2C is the future. So thumbs up from me for the C2C cable. The other thing that we have inside this pouch as well is a cleaning cloth. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I've ever cleaned my Insta360 X3 camera ever in the entire year and a half since I've owned it. Or if I have, I've probably just used my jumper to clean it. I'm disgusting. I am a dirt gremlin. But it's nice that you have this. It's nice that you have this. I'll probably never use it, but you know, it's nice to be included. I like that. Now, carrying on with the box, we have some documentation, which I will never read. Some more documentation. And what else do we have? We also have this, what is this? Lens guard. Oh, guys, that is genius. That is, oh, okay. Very good, Insta. So these are the new detachable lens covers. This is actually a genius move by Insta, because one of the biggest problems that was with the 360 series is the fact that once the lenses break, they're broken. It's pretty much a brick. You can't really do much with it. Now, one of the benefits of having a detachable lens system is that you can basically get the camera, you can twist these on, and you're good to go. If these smash, that's not a problem. The camera underneath is protected. Now, the X3 did actually come with lens covers as well, but one of the biggest problems with these was that they were sticky mounted. And if you're like me and you're a little bit useless, you may or may not accidentally stick them on upside down. And because they were one-time use only, the moment you took them off, you couldn't actually use them. They did come with some reusable sticky pads, but it never quite stuck the same way. The camera has now been designed specifically to accept lens guards. So you buy these, you twist them on, jobs are good, and there's no more sticky mounts. And it also makes it a lot better, because ultimately, we're making a product that can now be semi-repaired by consumers, and I'm totally all for that. I'm really like super right to repair, don't want no e-waste. I really like this. Insta definitely get brownie points for thinking of this, and it definitely kind of fixes one of the biggest flaws that the Insta had, especially considering it has two lenses. Oh, this was a genius move. I really like this. The other thing that we have that flew out while I was making the video is we have some more Insta stickers. So they also came in the box. Now, something that I've noticed, which I find very bizarre, is there is no selfie stick. There's no selfie stick in the box. Okay guys, so this is everything inside the brand new Insta360 X4 box. What I will say is that I definitely like the packaging avenue that Insta's going down. I've commented on this before. Their previous packaging felt too manic. It was too crazy. It was full of sandwich bags of bits and pieces, and I didn't like that. I'm the kind of consumer who wants everything to be ready straight out of the box. I like kind of like Apple style packaging where you open the box and you first see the product, it's there, it's very beautiful, and you really do have that with the new packaging. I like it. This is definitely down my avenue. It definitely looks and feels like a premium product, and let's be realistic, at this price tag it is a premium product. I think they've done a much better job designing the new system than they did with their previous one. This looks great. It looks great. Yeah, whoever they hired for their packaging and marketing, they've done a stellar job. I'm really impressed. I really like it. It's good. It looks. The camera itself, I love. I love that it's thicker. I love that it's more robust. I love it that it's a little bit more sprocket proof. Chunkier, durable is right down my street. I love the replaceable lens guards. I'm super pro right to repair. It's going to cut back on e-waste. I like that. That's thoughtful. Again, points from me. Type C to C. Again, very thoughtful. That is where the future of cabling is heading. So everything's going to be C2C. Give it a few more years. Again, super thoughtful. Now, I'm not wholly sold on the change in battery size, just because we are going to have a little bit of an e-waste. I like my cameras to have interchangeable batteries. If I could swap the X3 battery with the X4 on the go, that would be super, super helpful, especially if I was in a situation where I take both cameras and one fails on the road. The idea that I could continue to use another camera on the same battery would have been good. I can see why they've probably done it. Increased capacity requires an increased demand in power, so that might have been a little bit out of their control. I understand why. My preference would have been for a standardized battery, and I think if they were going to do this again, I think they should just see into the future a little bit, have a little bit of forward planning, and think what the future of cameras might need in terms of like camera battery capacity, and then just start implementing those batteries into their cameras now, even if that camera doesn't necessarily need that power. The BMW branding I'm not wholly sold on right now. I don't own a BMW bike. I get why they've done it from a marketing perspective, from a business perspective, it makes a lot of sense. BMW riders tend to be a little market of their own, so they have taken a really popular product and they've aimed it at like a large percentage of the market. So I get why they've done it. It makes sense from a marketing perspective. I'm just not wholly sold on the BMW branding. I haven't tested out the overlay yet. I will be doing that. I'm going to have like a review coming up in the future. This isn't a review video. This is just an unboxing video. This is just my initial impressions. The other thing that I want to point out is, maybe this is partly my fault, I don't know. But in the past, I heavily criticized Insta for throwing too much stuff in their boxes. It was chaotic. It just felt like I was opening a box and it was like full of sandwich bags. And I'm going to be honest, previously their products felt a little bit like getting a box from like AliExpress or from Shein, and it was just full of like these plastic bags and full of like bits and pieces, and it was too much. It was too much. I didn't like it, and I heavily criticised that. So naturally we have a more sleeked packaging. But the thing that is making me a little bit confused is there's no selfie sticker in the box. And although I was like super critical of the amount of stuff they had been previously throwing in before, I feel like the selfie stick should have definitely been put in the box at the very least. And the reason being is that I feel like Insta360 selfie stick is such a critical part of their branding. Like, you see the Insta stick and you know, if you see a stick on a camera, Insta sticks have this very specific look to them, and from afar you can like very easily identify them. It's a little bit baffling that they didn't include a selfie stick in this. So currently this is not ready to go out the box. You can't use this straight out the box. There's no mounts or anything. I definitely feel like that was the wrong decision to do. I think at the very least the selfie stick should have been put in. And although previously they'd been putting in too much, I definitely feel like there's not enough in this. And I'm not saying to include all the mounts that they did before, because that was horrific, that was manic. But the selfie stick is such a huge part of the Insta360's branding. Like, we all know the selfie stick. It's a bit mind-blowing that they didn't include it. Insta, if you're watching this, I would definitely put the selfie stick back in future boxes. Now, as I mentioned, I am going to be doing a review video in the future. I'm going to take a little bit of time to do it. I want to get to know the product first, and I want to do a real proper side-by-side comparison between the X4 and the X3, so I can show you guys whether it is worth the price tag or not. Again, I'm going to be completely unfiltered, completely uncensored. I say it as it is. If I like it, I'll say it. If I don't, I'll say it. But I want a bit of time to do that so that I can deliver the results to you guys. I really want to get to know this product properly before I go sprouting off. Now, if you guys do want to see more great motorbike content, don't forget to hit subscribe. The little bells around here, it would mean a lot to me if you would do that to help support the channel. It doesn't cost anything, guys. Hit the sub button. Show me some love. Alternatively, let me know in the comments below, would you buy this? Would you not buy this? Are you excited to see it? Have you already bought it? Do you think it's worth the money? Are you going to be sticking with a previous model? I want to know your guys' opinions. I'm really excited. Also, if you guys have any great ideas for how to mount it, definitely want to hear those, because I want to get a little bit experimental in my testing. It's going to be great. I'm pulling the SV back out the garage and we're going to take them for a little spin around the twisties. It's going to be super fun, super great. Wish I still had the off-road bike, but it's gone back to Honda, so won't be doing that. But we are going to be doing some on-road testing. Now, in the meantime, guys, I want you to ride safe, stay crazy, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
This one was completely my fault.
Also, I just want to show off this really cute flask that Insta gave me. It's for collecting my tears on the road every time I crash my bike. So now when I come off, I can grab my flask and I can be like, boo! And I can just contain them all. It's gonna be great, guys. A flask full of tears coming to a store near you.